It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Plotting on the mill, I give them something to feel, yeah. My foundation is strong enough, I can build her. Groundbreaking, the promise to keep it trill, nigga. Everything that I want, I'm bound to fulfill. Ayy, plotting on the mill, I give them something to feel, yeah. My foundation is strong enough, I can build her. Groundbreaking, the promise to keep it trill, nigga. Everything that I want, I'm bound to fulfill. Ayy, the academy pulling strategies, still in my steed. Ain't no flattery, fuck your salary, bitch, I'm a king. They can't rattle me, sit to shatter me, killing my dreams. Them bitches couldn't even straddle me, I'm the supreme god, like living alright, you niggas alright. Diamond in the rough compared to months and nights. I do this for them Garvey eyes. Swiss Army knife, I do it all, boy. Know some people watching me only want me to fall, boy. But I'm a Booker T, Nolan, a southern beast, flow as deep as a submarine. Haters clocking and count streams. I used to work inside a kitchen, dog. You think I'm tripping? Imagine using your opinions just to make a living. Mix it with my educated expertise, yes indeed. Niggas that wouldn't say I'm next trying to get next to me. My homies used to rock a vest inside them SUVs. From sous chef to sharing recipes. My neck.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this afternoon. So we got a load of mess to get into today. It's a lot, okay? I'm going to do my best to be concise, straight to the point. But there's a lot to unpack in this video. There seems to be a rap media civil war going on, battle royale, and it's crazy, right? We've been seeing Charlemagne and Ray Daniels go back and forth this last week. Just yesterday, we had Wayno come out snapping on motherfucking Ray Daniels. Just yesterday, we got Markman coming out snapping on motherfucking DJ that don't spin. And these are all kind of separate disputes, all happening at the same time among this group of rap media personalities, journalists, etc. And I use journalists in terms of Markman. I don't even know if I would give Charlemagne necessarily the journalist tag, but Rob is an established journalist. Everybody else, personalities, right? So, where do I even begin with this shit, man? So, one thing that we have going on is the DJ that don't spin, right? He's been on this anti-Rock Nation mission for quite some time now, ever since even before he got hit with the subpoena in Megan Thee Stallion and Milagros case. He had already been leaning toward anti-Rock Nation anyway. He was already leaning into the whole Demery Hadley thing versus Desiree Perez, which is a family issue. But he was already playing the game with that. He's been dipping and dabbling, whatever he can to kind of side with Drake, even by proxy through Nicki Minaj, finding some sort of alliance there, even though he's talked shit about her in the past pretty heavily. So now he's really pushing this whole Drake versus Jay-Z, Drake versus Rock Nation, and basically trying to be an active participant in the takedown of Rock Nation, right? And of course, Charlemagne is on the other side of that. Clearly, he has a connection to Rock Nation. The full extent of their relationship, we don't know, but he has one, right? He posts pictures with Desiree Perez. He was going in on a bid for the casino with Rock Nation, so even if he's not like their puppet as people are claiming he is, he's got a connection and he fucks with them. You know what I mean? And he uses his voice to, reassure people, hey, these people are not who these other people are claiming them to be. Right? Whatever. So, in the midst of all of this, or in the middle of all of this, is the stake litigation. Right? So, Stake has been sued in multiple states, accused of RICO, accused of false promotion and misleading consumers, um, and basically duping people out of their motherfucking money in so many words, right? Um, a couple of the cases have been dismissed. The most recent one was not dismissed, it was sent into arbitration. And the reason for that arbitration is simply in the terms and conditions that users consent to when they sign up on the platform, right? So basically, before you're even able to complete your profile, get on stake, gamble, try to get the gold coins, stake cash, whatever different forms of currency that you can accumulate on the apps, you sign off on their terms and conditions, whether you read it or not, right? And they have an arbitration clause in their terms and conditions that state if you have any form of problem, you lose money, you're considering going to court, then you have to also consent to a private arbitration, right? Which basically removes it from court and y'all work it out on your own. Whatever happens from there then gets reported to the court closes the case, right? So that's what's happening in the most recent case. A lot of people are like, oh, it was dismissed. What now? It wasn't dismissed. It went through the courts, and the court said, hey, these are the terms and conditions. Y'all have to go into private arbitration. Let me know how those negotiations go, right? Now, just a couple months ago, about 7 months ago, so it wasn't a couple, Chig Smooth actually interviewed an attorney that works in the sports betting casino field, right? Gambling attorney, as you might call him. This guy's name was Daniel Wallach, and he explained it as well. He said, in most cases, a company like Stake, they're going to first submit their arbitration policies, their terms and conditions to the courts. The courts are going to send it into private arbitration. If at any point they're not able to settle their differences in the private arbitration phase, then the attorneys of the plaintiffs, those that are suing Stake, are then going to push for some form of settlement, right? Because they're representing these clients. These are class action lawsuits on the state level. So they're not trying to do this shit for free. And he said that, in many cases, Stake is going to put up the money to do it, whether it be $8 million, $9 million, $20 million, whatever it is, they're going to put that money up to get those plaintiffs out of there, get the case shut down, get it withdrawn, and move on with life, right? We'll pay you $10 million. We'll pay you $15 million to get the fuck out of here rather than have billions of dollars coming out if this thing goes all the way and the court sides with the plaintiff. This is what this guy said who works in that field. Okay? I covered it 7 months ago. I just revisited it today just to brush up on the verbiage. All of this makes, it ties in. So the DJ that don't spin, he's been on his platform over the course of the last couple of days, investigating into a New Jersey filing, which is what is homeboy's name? Jason Nufio. Okay. He's a guy from New Jersey. He's a stake.us user. And he submitted a class action lawsuit in the state of New Jersey against Sweepstakes, Stake, Kick, Drake, the DJ that don't spin, George, aka Chat Asian, right? So this is the New Jersey filing. And he was doing some investigating to try to see what the hell was going on. And there was a litigation disclosure that was put in the docket that showed who is actually funding Mr. Jason Nufio's lawsuit, right? Because he's just a regular guy, allegedly. I don't know what he does. I don't know his occupation. I don't know his relationships. I don't know anything. He could be a fucking well-to-do person in New Jersey who just feel like, shit, I'm losing too much fucking bread on this bitch. Let me do something about it. I don't know. I don't know this guy's background. But there was a disclosure of third-party litigation funding from a company called Poleg LLC, right? And he's making connection to Poleg LLC, saying that, what is this guy's name? Tamir Poleg is behind it. Now, Tamir Poleg he's a big real estate bigwig, right? Headquartered in New York. Business is registered, I think, in Utah. Big time real estate, big time investment, big shit going on, right? And he drew a connection between Tamir Poleg, his company, The Real Brokerage, and a company called, what is it, Insight Partners? Because I believe Insight Partners actually invested into his brokerage company. He then drew a connection between Insight Partners and Roc Nation because they also invested in Fanatics, right? So he's drawing connection that there could be some sort of war going on behind the scenes between Fanatics and Stake. I believe What's the Dirt also reported on this stuff a while ago, and he's been trying to like draw all of this stuff together too, the causation to make this big standoff between Jay-Z and Drake, right? Only problem is with this Jay-Z Drake thing, neither of them are at the totem poles or at the top of the totem poles for the respective sides, right? So Drake is a highly paid brand ambassador for Stake. And that's pretty much the size of it. They use his face, his likeness. They tell him to go on stream. He goes on stream. They tell him to bet on high profile boxing matches, NBA games, sports, just major sporting events. He loses fake money. You know what I'm saying? He promotes gambling on his stream, gets kids to tune in, et cetera, et cetera. On the other side, Jay-Z is not the head of Fanatics, right? It's Michael Rubin's company. Jay-Z is an investor in Fanatics. You see him at Fanatics Fest every year at the 40/40. It's no surprise there. However, they're trying to the way that this is unfolding is they believe that Tamir Poleg is acting on behalf of Fanatics to fund lawsuits against Stake, basically to eliminate the competition or cause issues with the competition, right? Do I know that to be a fact? I don't, right? But there does seem to be some sort of connection because Poleg LLC did enter a disclosure in Mr. Nufio's lawsuit saying we're funding the litigation, we're paying for his counsel, we're giving him a forgivable loan, and it only has to be repaid if in the end his what he gets out of the lawsuit, the settlement or what the payment, if it exceeds what we've paid, right? So basically, if he loses, it all goes away scot-free, no debt. But if he wins, then whatever money they put up needs to be repaid. Okay? So that's what's going on. Now, me personally, I'm not a fan of either company. I'm not a fan of Fanatics. I'm not a fan of Stake. I'm not a fan of gambling. I don't really partake in gambling. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that I do. I don't like that sort of risk management in my life. Me personally. I've seen it dismantle homes. Uh Never wanted to put myself in that position. You know what I'm saying? And I will say, as Jay-Z is heavily invested in Fanatics, that is a disappointment on my end. I don't like sports betting. I don't like what gambling has introduced in the US in the last 5 to 10 years in the sports world. I feel like sports is heavily compromised to the point of almost no longer being entertaining because you never even know what's in front of you. Now, am I saying Jay-Z is responsible for that? No, but he is participating in it because people want to participate in it. That part I can't change, right? Do I like it? No. Right? So all of that is on the table. So with all that being stated, the DJ that don't spin came out and he says, just reposting this on the timeline if y'all missed my stream. Lauren LaRosa, Mark Lamont Hill, don't let me out journalist y'all. I expect y'all to do your due diligence. I mean, what type of sentence structuring is this? I expect, period, and then say, y'all to do your due diligence. This is terrible writing. You can't out journalist them if you can't write. Let me restart this. Just reposted this on the timeline if y'all missed my stream. Lauren LaRosa, Mark Lamont Hill, don't let me out journalist y'all. I expect y'all to do your due diligence or not. Rob Markman, you still a journalist or just a Drake hater? Okay? And the rundown that I just gave y'all is the summary of what he's doing here. You know what I mean? Just so we don't have to watch him in this format. All right? So I gave y'all a pretty decent synopsis of what it is that he's trying to perpetuate. Okay? But the main thing is him calling out these journalists and saying, are y'all going to cover this? Are y'all going to explore what I'm bringing to the table to show that Jay-Z is or could be behind these lawsuits? Or are y'all going to ignore it and say I'm crazy? That's what he's doing. Right? Do I believe Jay-Z is behind it? No. But it seems that it's possible entities that he's partnered with are. Which, if he's standing on that side, people are they're not gonna point at Tamir Poleg. They're not gonna point at Michael Rubin. They're gonna point to Jay-Z. Okay? And whatever his involvement is, I don't know. So all that being stated, Rob Markman comes out and says his piece. I may not play the whole 18 minutes here, but let's get into it.
Now, Akademiks has ongoing talk track. He has this ongoing talk track, this talk track that doesn't end against Roc Nation, right? So Ak has claimed to uncover proof that it is Roc Nation who is behind this and other lawsuits, or at least behind one of the lawsuits, right? Akademiks, hip-hop's shining beacon of truth, justice, and fairness has come forth to you all with proof, right? And now he's calling on hip-hop journalists. Again, Lauren LaRosa, the amazing Lauren LaRosa, the tenured Mark Lamont Hill, and myself to validate his findings. The guy who takes money from record labels to shape narratives. I'm not making that up. He told you he was paid $30,000 from Lil Baby's team to just chill on the album, to not go crazy on the album. He told you this. This ain't even about me, right? It is about you. It is about y'all who watching.
Not to mention, he openly states that he takes money from labels all the time for promo too.
It is about y'all. The guy who lies to you, who will come up with the nastiest takes, who will hire clippers to spread it across the internet to manipulate whatever he wants you to believe. The guy who doesn't present an ounce of objectivity. The guy who created Akademiks TV and lets that account do his dirty work, dropping the most vile, nasty shit, just actively attacking folks. That's the guy saying, okay, where's the journalism now? Hey, we need the facts here now. Now the facts are on point. But it's not about facts. And it's never been about facts. It's about what story he can tell that benefits him and diminishes anyone who he believes is opposed to him.
Right.
That remind you of someone? His Uncle Trump? Seriously, he calls him Uncle Trump.
Damn.
He's called him Uncle Trump. It feels like right out of that playbook, right? And his tweet, I mean, it wasn't serious. It's not about him wanting me or Lauren or Mark to report on whatever it is he's talking about right now, right? He don't need me for that. He don't need Lauren for that. He don't need Mark for that. He has a bunch of clippers that he pays to do that. These days, the game isn't about the truth. Sadly. It's about if you can get the internet. And when I say the internet, if it ain't real people, then it's bots. But the internet in total, because they say 50% of internet activity is botted anyway. The game is if you could get the internet to repeat your bullshit long enough till it becomes the truth, till it appears to be the truth. That's really the name of the game. It's him saying, look at how much of a victim I am. Rock Nation is out to get me, y'all. Little old me who never bothers anybody. Rock Nation is out to get me. Look at how much of a victim Drake is. Rock Nation is out to get him, y'all. And shit. We gonna see what the truth is. The truth always comes to light. The truth always comes to light. But I'm gonna wait and see if there's some more trustworthy sources. Forgive me. I'm interested in the truth. I want to know what the truth is. But forgive me. I am going to wait for some more trustworthy sources. That's just me. Y'all can do what y'all want to do, right? Y'all see it though. I'm not telling you nothing that you don't know. And again, I'm talking to y'all who watch this channel, right? Because this is the most important part here. The most important part here isn't Jay-Z or Desiree Perez, isn't Drake. The most important part is y'all. And how y'all get your information and who y'all getting your information from, because y'all deserve the truth, right? But I'm not telling you something that you don't know. What I'm telling y'all is that y'all deserve better than this shit. Overall, not just this story. I'm talking about this shit, like what we're in right now, like the current state of affairs of where we're at. Y'all deserve better than this shit. Our culture deserves better. Our stories deserve better, to be told better with high quality. Our music deserves better. Y'all, the audience deserves better. Better than someone who has built the platform and uses his media to consistently attack people, right? Then he tries to poison the well. Ron Markman, you still a journalist or just a Drake hater? The biggest hater, right? In this whole ecosystem, in this whole thing that we took, everything that we consume.
Yeah, let's get to it.
The biggest hater in it all is calling someone else a hater. That's just misdirection, man. That's just projecting. That's you know, the other day we was talking about comic books and X-Men and Marvel and fantasy and finding your joy at whatever age you're in, right? It's misdirection. That's projection. My Star Wars fans, y'all know what that is. That's the Jedi mind trick. That's hey man, ain't no droid. These aren't the droids you're looking for. It's the old Jedi mind trick, right? I'm gonna accuse them of the shit that I be doing. I'm not the hater, they're the haters. I'm gonna accuse them of the shit that I consistently be doing. That's just the guilt. They accuse you of what you be doing. You want some more nerd shit, man? Shout out Warriors, classic film. It wasn't us, it was them, the Warriors. It's misdirection, it's Jedi mind tricks, it's bullshit. Let's go back. When Drake and I had that little back and forth on Instagram, I don't even know when that was. That was last year by this point, maybe, right? When we had that little back and forth. That wasn't even a beef to me, man. I don't know how he takes it or his team takes it. It's not even a beef. He threw a jab. I threw one back. To me, and again, coming up in the culture, coming up like where we come, it's a barbershop thing. Oh, we get into it at the barbershop, man. You get into it. Back in school, it's a lunchroom thing. You get into the dozens a little bit. Hey, man, he shot one at you, you shoot back, and it ain't even that serious. Wasn't to me. I'm just telling you, to me, it wasn't a big thing. So that happened, right? That little thing between me and Drake happened. Publicly. What did I do? I made one video. One video and I moved on. I didn't make a week's worth of content about it. I didn't make it my whole identity or my life's mission to constantly try to shoot or discredit that man. We made one video. I responded. He said what he said. I said what I said, and it was done. But best believe I know how the internet works. I know the game that we play. I know how the algorithm works. Y'all know it too. I do 10 videos on that one little thing. I do 10 videos on that. I dwell on it. I create new narratives, new conspiracy theories, and the views go up and the channels go up. But that's not what I'm in it for. I mean, there's something called integrity. My integrity. It just don't feel right to me. Like why would I dwell on it? It didn't mean that much to me, man. We're gonna address it, we're gonna move on. Quite frankly, it was embarrassing, right? So it's my integrity. My integrity is worth more than oh man, I'm gonna milk this for what it's worth. Some of these other guys out here, they'd have made t-shirts, they would have made merch, they would have, like, let's be real, y'all see it. I couldn't do that. And it's my integrity. It definitely starts with how I feel about myself and my legacy and my career and what I want to be remembered for. And it's also my respect for y'all who watch the channel, who I see outside when I'm in the street, anywhere, man. Sometimes it's at the car wash. Like sometimes it's at a concert. Sometimes it's at a restaurant. Sometimes I'm out with my family. Sometimes, and who come up to me and be like, yo, dog, I watch the channel. Yo, I love what you do. Yo, I respect what you do. Man, that shit means the world for me. So for one, it's my integrity that I have, and it's how I feel about myself. But then it's the respect I have for y'all. My audience, y'all who got me here, with every click, with every comment, with every share, with every time you tap your man and be like, yo, man, I like what Rob is doing. Check it out. It's funny, when Iceman came out, leading up to the release of Iceman, of course we talked. It's a huge hip hop release. Why wouldn't we talk about it? The same way we talked about The Fall Off, the same way we talked about GNX, you know, the 3 biggest releases in the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? But
I would say rap. Hip hop. I don't know about hip hop though, but continue.
Shit, Tyler drops. We talk about Tyler, man. I did a video on YG, like, you know what I'm saying? JID dropped something. I'll do a video on that. Like it's just like, man, we love the music, so we gonna talk about the music. But it's funny when Iceman came out, like leading up to Iceman, Ak was saying, and this was the talk track that was being repeated because they tried to shame you out of it. Ak was saying that certain media shouldn't even speak on Drake.
Right. Remember that?
Shouldn't speak. Oh, you hate him. You shouldn't even speak on him. And the only reason we speak on Drake is for clicks, and we eat off Drake, etc., 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 etc. It's no secret. It's no secret. You do a Drake video, you do a Kendrick video, you do something about Cole, Jay-Z at the right. It's just certain people, the views go up. It's no secret. So, but Iceman comes out. Yes, we're talking about the album. Yes, he dropped 3 albums. Yes, we're talking about it. Big hip hop news. But they try to shame you. Hey man, y'all just talk about Drake for clicks. If y'all hate Drake, if y'all hate that man, y'all shouldn't even speak on him. Like that was the narrative, right? All right.
And it's a lot of motherfuckers who be saying shit like that, right? I'm gonna let Rob continue in a second. But it's a lot of people that come around and say that shit, right? But it's like, you want niggas' opinions. You come here to see the opinion, but then when the opinion doesn't align with yours, now it's a problem, right? Now you a hater. You a K-Bot. You a Kendrick Glazer, right? I sat on that motherfucking stream when Iceman dropped at fucking midnight and played this album for 2 hours. I was not entertained. You know what I'm saying? I was not entertained. And this is from somebody who has openly stated, right? Very openly stated the music that I enjoy from Drake. I'm not going to change my opinion on the songs that I've enjoyed from Drake, and I would love to hear more songs like those records. Go through the videos. I say it all the time. You know what I mean? Last album I liked from Buddy was Certified Lover Boy. That was like the end of the road for me. Before all of the beef, before the back and forth, before this 2-year whatever the fuck you want to call it in hip hop media, guess what I got on here and said about motherfucking Ice, I mean not Iceman, but For All the Dogs. Not good. That last timestamp in Charlotte, not good. Right? Did I like Her Loss with 21 Savage? No. You know what I'm saying? And there was an overwhelming amount of people who felt the same way when For All the Dogs came out. That's why that nigga came out and dropped a whole nother EP with conductor beats to say, okay, well, let me give y'all, I didn't rap enough for y'all on the album. Let me give y'all an EP of raps. Let me tell you about my brother though. Did that not happen? So homeboy know when he be feeding y'all filthy fucking dog bowls of bullshit, he just be wanting to see if y'all gonna eat it or not. And then when enough people say, I refuse to eat it, he says, okay, well, let me give you a little sliver of rap. Let me rap a little bit more. Let me get another J. Cole feature. That'll shut him up. But y'all be acting like that shit don't happen and niggas ain't supposed to say it happened. Let me get another J. Cole feature over here. We was big as the Super Bowl. But now let me tell you about my evil ways and start alluding to the red buttons all again. Fuck out of here, man. I'll get back to Rob.
But Ag has not shut up about Jay-Z since the Roots Picnic.
And that's
freestyle.
the other part.
Maybe before. Every single day it's a new Jay-Z story, a new Jay-Z conspiracy. Every day, Jay-Z and Drake, Jay-Z and Drake, Jay-Z and Drake, Jay-Z and Drake. It's all bullshit, man. It's all misdirection, right? So, you know, hey, you guys shouldn't speak on Drake because you're always hating on him, but I'm going to speak on Jay-Z every single fucking day.
We're going to stop Rob there, okay? Because we still got to get to Wayno and Ray Daniels, okay? We could go into Rob's journalistic history. We ain't got to do that. We know he was with Genius. We know he was curating all them fucking lyric breakdowns, or at least a good percentage of them. We know he was with MTV News. We know he actually worked in fucking print media. We know he got fucking interviews with the who's who of whoever you want to name in hip hop. And he's been doing it for over a decade. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I never talk down on Rob's name. Even when other people have done it in my comments, I do not do it. I respect Rob Markman. I don't have to agree with everything he does or says in order for me to remain that respect. Right? Do I think he goes soft on people sometimes? Absolutely. I feel like he goes soft on Drake and the DJ that don't spin, which is why we get here. A lot of people been soft on the DJ that don't spin. A lot of people have tried to allow him the freedom, the space, some sort of level of respect and human decency, which is why his platform has continued to grow, thrive, and be at the epicenter of all this other shit, right? Because nobody wanted to be viewed enough as a hater to say, man, fuck that shit, man. Fuck that nigga and fuck whatever he's standing for. I'm one of the people who openly goes to bat for that shit all the time. I ain't got shit to lose. I'm me. I'm standing on my own shit. I don't have no corporate sponsors. I don't have nobody backing me up. Only reason you know who the fuck I am is because I continue to show up every goddamn day. And I've been in this shit before I ever showed up on YouTube, right? So I don't give a fuck. But that's the whole thing, is The industry indoctrination is live and let him have his shit. That's his platform. I say, fuck this shit. So now let's get into the other side of the mess, man. With Ray Daniels and Wayno. So doubling back to Ray Daniels and Charlamagne's feud, Ray Daniels came out and spoke on the Charlamagne situation all over again, right? He's very much offended that he got Donkey of the Day, as if it's not a daily segment on The Breakfast Club that's been running for damn near 20 years. I don't know. I've only other motherfucker I seen crash out about being Donkey of the Day in this fashion was Ray J. Maybe, perhaps. I touched that nigga. Yeah, that's different. But yeah, so here, as they're talking about Charlamagne and basically trying to say that he's doing damage control for Rock Nation in so many words, they then bring up Wayno. Okay, I don't know who this co-host is. I don't know who any of the co-hosts are on this show. I do know Mickey Fax sits in this room sometimes. I honestly wish Mickey Fax wouldn't, but that's just me. Out of respect for Mickey and his craft and his pen and his business acumen, you know what I mean? And his understanding of hip hop, I fuck with Mickey. I frequently disagree with him too, right? But I don't like that he sits in this room. Anyway, they bring up Wayno.
That's what I thought it would have did. And I low-key wonder if they made a chess move because Wayno, he had his opinions about Jay-Z and all of these different things. And then the next thing you know, I'm watching his show and he says, I'm now a part of the Black Effect Podcast Network.
Why is he part of Black Effect Podcast Network? Because he leaked information. Charlamagne is playing the same game they taught him how to play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Ray Daniels watches much Wayno. I don't watch as much as I could because I don't really watch too much YouTube content that's not feeding into my ecosystem of content that I post. But Wayno covers everything. Wayno covers fucking Jim Jones beef, NLE Chopper beef, NBA Youngboy shit, Dame Dash shit, Charlamagne shit, Jay-Z, Drake. Like, Wayno is one of the few people in the space that has not made a career out of Kendrick and Drake. You know what I'm saying? Again, I don't always agree with Wayno, especially when it comes to the DJ that don't spin. I feel like he's another person in the space that's gone extremely soft on bro. And now, in 2026, the chickens are coming home to roost, and the same motherfucker that you thought was a non-issue, a non-starter, a non-threat, and I understand why niggas felt like he was a non-threat because of his background and because he's a clown. But now he finds a way to attack your credibility, to attack you, and to say whatever relationship that you thought we had, because we go back to doing everyday struggle, fuck that shit and fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? But you held on to that. And that very thing that you held on to, he now says, fuck that and fuck you too. Should have never allowed yourself to be put in that position. Right? That's how I see it. Right? But what I will say is, if you look at his channel, you see the variety of the topics that he covers compared to some others in the space. So to say that he's a part of the Black Effect Network because he leaks information, that is inaccurate. We'll continue.
That's the game you play. Dog, let me tell y'all something. This is my camera. Let me give y'all some game. People in the entertainment industry are not going to pay you because you're their friend. They're not going to pay you because they like you. They're not going to pay you because you're talented. They're going to pay you because they are afraid of you. Mm-hmm. People only pay people in my business that they are afraid of. And afraid doesn't mean bad. It doesn't mean I'm afraid Don P's going to hurt me. It just means I'm afraid he's going to take off without me. Mm-hmm. So let me get this dude $2 million because if he takes off without me. So that's the world we come from. They don't pay you because they love you. Dog, I issued with the CEO of Universal.
That was a musty-ass statement. I ain't gonna lie, Ray. That was a musty-ass statement, bro. I couldn't even contain it in my face, man. That's some self-important shit, man. And I understand that there are people in the industry that function that way, especially in music, right? Because that is the fear in music, is you want to be a part of the next thing. You want to catch the next wave. You want to make sure that if it's 15 acts that take off this year, how many of them can we have in the stable to keep the business going? I get that piece. But when you break it down into podcast media space, which really is just you showing your personality and your knowledge in front of a audience, if you feel threatened by the next person sharing their personality and information in front of an audience, you are a fucking clown. And there's no amount of money you can put in that person's pocket to cover up the fact that you's a motherfucking clown. And I don't aim that directly at you, Ray Daniels, but you said it and admitted it bold-faced in front of the world. But anybody who functions like you in this space is a fucking clown. We're going to continue.
Universal Publishing. You know, we got problems because she told me, if you want me to pay you, you have to sue me. But Polo went crazy on her online and she paid him. And you know what she told me? I paid him to shut up. Oh, so you don't pay me? Y'all, that's what we had to learn. That's what's really happening in Black America now. We're recognizing what's really happening. We wanted them to like us, because if they liked us, they'll pay us. No, they don't pay you because they like you. They pay you because they fear you. So stop worrying about be friendly, but stop worrying about how they feel, because regardless of how they feel, they'll shake your hand tomorrow if there's something in it for them. You see, I'm not that person. I'm a real person. I don't want to shake your hand when it's something in it for me. I want to shake your hand when it's not something in it for me. So if we do have something in it for me, you could be like, man, Ray was good with me when he didn't even know. It's like, bro, it's the game. You can't. I don't think they understand that in this world, I have more influence than them. Let me tell you why. I'm just gonna say it. I worked at Rock Nation for 3 years. I've never met Dez in my life. I've never met Jay in the office. Never. I go in media. I've been in media for a few years. They know my name now. What does that tell you?
Wow.
You know what that tells me? That tells me y'all are more worried about the narrative around y'all than the actual company you're running.
What?
That's what that tells me. And that's just me. So
what was your role? I don't know, man. I looked up his LinkedIn the other day. He does not list Rock Nation as a former employer. So I don't know what the capacity was of what his employment was at Rock Nation for 3 years in the office. I don't know. Right? But what was the capacity in which you worked with Rock Nation if you expected Jay-Z or Desiree Perez, the fucking CEOs, top motherfuckers at a company, to know what the hell you got going on? The hell? Now, for the viewers out there, how many of y'all at the jobs that you work at, and we're not shaming anybody for working because we all got to eat to live, take care of our families, make our money. Hopefully it's in an honest way. If you're living honest, you're probably going to have a job. That ain't no fucking shots. But how many of y'all out there could say that the CEO knows your name, knows your role, and comes up to shake your motherfucking hand at the office? Like, for real. Some of y'all probably had that experience, but how many of y'all have not had that experience? The CEOs, by the way, I ain't talking about the motherfucking district manager. I ain't talking about no regional manager. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about no motherfucking goddamn even like a owner of the location. Like I'm over this motherfucker in my city. We talking about the big dog. Come on, man. What did you do? Because you Mr. Manager of the writers, they should have known you. They should have been seeking you out to come fuck with them. How they ain't know you? And your writer was writing for Rihanna. How they ain't know you? They ain't know you was there? Or did they not give a fuck? Hey, man, I'm just saying. We're not going to watch the rest of this. That was pretty much the only piece about Wayno. Let's get to Wayno. And he comes in and does an unedited video, which you know he don't fuck around with unedited. That nigga got ads, you know what I'm saying? He got cuts, edits, and all type of shit. This nigga came and did a straight up all gas, no brakes, one take Jake, no punches.
If you give niggas enough time, they'll show you exactly who they are. While I'm about to do this episode, I'm telling all of y'all niggas, don't call me, don't text me, don't reach out to me about nothing. Don't extend no courtesy to find out what's going on, to find out how I feel, because I'm about to tell y'all exactly how I feel, and I'm talking about rape.
Wayne don't sound like he ready to snuff a nigga out, man. Wayne don't sound like he ready to go in the back and do 5 minutes, man. He sound like he ready to say, yo, money, come around the corner with me real quick. Wayne, look at Wayno's face on this motherfucking steel, man. Hey, man. Wayno ain't playing no motherfucking games, man. Wayno out here ready to body slam a nigga, man. Yeah. Let's go, Wayno. I see it. I see it all in the face. You got your inner Mike Tyson coming out on niggas, man. I like to see shit like that. Come on.
See, this nigga spoke on me and spoke on my business without knowing nothing about it. You feel me?
You hear that nigga voice?
This shit with him and Charlemagne and, Charlemagne, gave him the donkey today. And why did he give him the donkey today? Because this nigga decided to say that Jay-Z got an album coming out and it's confirmed. And the only way we gonna get it if Jay-Z got a partner and this and that and then Charlemagne give him. I don't give a fuck about no Jay-Z album or no Rock Nation.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Charlemagne can't tell me what to do or say.
I'm trolling. I'm fucking around. But I love to see this. Because I've said some of the same shit on my channel. And I say it pretty frequently. I really don't give a fuck about these niggas, man. We talking about it because it's something to talk about. But am I emotionally invested? No. People really be thinking you emotionally invested because you show up to talk about what the people want to talk about. But today, Wayno said, let me let y'all know, man. I don't give a fuck about nothing y'all niggas talking about, man. Y'all brought my name up in this motherfucker, man. Let's go around the motherfucking corner, man. Let's do 5 minutes, man. We can go in the closet, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. We go in the phone booth and battle it out, nigga. See who walk out. Look at that nigga face, man.
But this clip, and I'm going to give y'all context as to why I feel how I feel regarding Ray Daniels with this clip after we watch it.
You can't beat me, bro. You can't beat me because I'm a good person. I'm doing God's work. You should help me.
That's what I thought they would have did. And I low-key wonder if they made a chess move because Wayno, he had his opinions about Jay-Z and all of these different things. And then the next thing you know, I'm watching his show and he says, I'm now a part of the Black Effect Podcast Network.
Why is he part of Black Effect Podcast Network? Because he leaked information. Charlemagne is playing the same game they taught him how to play. Mm-hmm. That's the game you play. Dog, let me
all right, let's get back to Wayno.
About something he knows absolutely nothing about, and the niggas that's sitting around him is just nodding their head. They just nodding their head. Nigga talking about they don't give you, they don't pay you because they love you and none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas in the music industry or the entertainment industry loving me, nigga. I just buried my mother. See, y'all niggas sit here and talk about y'all watch my show. If y'all watch my show, then y'all would have known that over the past 3 weeks since my mom's been gone, I dealt with her death and had to put her in a box and put her in the ground. That's my reality. But a nigga talking about
my condolences and respect to your mother, by the way.
Black Effect deal. Fuck that deal while we talking about it right now while I'm addressing you, nigga. Because you don't know nothing about what's going on with me. But you sat here and talked with these niggas, and they sat there and nodded their heads like good-ass yes men listening to you because you sound smart to dumb niggas. That's your thing. See, Ray Daniels, I met him a couple of years ago, 3 to be exact now. Jack Daniels, who's from New York. I have a relationship with Jack Daniels. He worked with Ray Daniels. He asked me to come on Ray Daniels' show. I did. It was a good experience. Had fun. And then they asked me to come back. And when I went back, they was doing this debate show. And when we started doing the debate show, after maybe 3 times of me doing it, I said, yo, I'm not going to do this no more. And you want to know why? Because you say all types of dumb shit, nigga. You say dumb shit. See, I don't know if you be thinking before you speak or you just be talking while you thinking. But either way, you're wrong. You're wrong. And also, I came to that show and I seen that your audio was bad. Your video wasn't all the way together. And then we would shoot an episode on a Monday, and then when it get done till Saturday, and I'm like, yo, bro, listen, we in a new time, we in a new game. This shit gotta be done.
I ain't gonna lie, Wayno coming through with the haymakers. Wayno coming through with that motherfucking Soldier Boy response, nigga. Remember the Bow Wow Soldier Boy shit with the dun 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 dun. Now I gotta tap that ass. Pause. Y'all remember that fucking video I'm talking about though? Y'all remember when Bow Wow was out here saying, Soldier Boy, you talking about a motherfucking Lamborghini, nigga? Your shit is made by Audi. And that nigga Soldier Boy was out here saying, bitch, I'm in a motherfucking Lamborghini Galaga. He said it's called a Gallardo, nigga. Not a fucking Galaga. This shit taking me back, man.
Done fast. And then I told you, yo, I'm gonna step off and stick to what I'm doing already because that's what I need to focus on. And you kept asking me, no, I want to do the show with you. I need you to do the show with me. And I declined. Because you put yourself in position saying dumb shit. Now, you question why I'm on a Black Effect Network and then you say some shit about,
which is crazy.
Oh, well, you know, because he leaked information. That's what you're reducing me to, nigga? That's what you're reducing me to. See, the thing about Ray Daniels, I don't even take it personal and I don't even take it as disrespect because I don't know you. I don't know you personally or professionally. I've never had to work with you. You put me on a Nero. I made some money on Nero. Thank you. But other than that, I don't know you on no level. Now, since the nigga want to talk about why I got something, and he's always talking about what yo, man, you know, why Charlamagne trying to keep a black guy down and all that. He should be helping me. And let me tell you something. This is not for me to defend Charlamagne. I don't give a fuck about what y'all two niggas got going. This is me talking to you. You went on the internet and said some shit about my business, my professional business that you have no insight on. Since you so much of a fucking executive, wouldn't you know that any deal that's done takes months to do? So you think, oh, Charlamagne told me to leak some information, and I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, yo, I'll give you a Black Effect deal for that. See, that's the type of way you speak, and you don't articulate. You think you articulate yourself well, but you don't. You just be saying shit. But let's talk about why I have a Black Effect deal, and let's go through numbers. So Ray Daniels presents his YouTube channel, right? It's been up since March 28th of 2009. It's damn near 20 years. You got 117,000 subscribers. You got 3,098 videos, and you got 27,125,365 views. Bet. Now, since we talking about what niggas got, what they don't got, and we're gonna talk more about that too, is this. I started my YouTube channel in 2023. I was never putting out my own personal content. I was featuring on people's shit, but guess what? I got on YouTube and I grinded. But I got 96.9 thousand followers. I got 1,016 videos, and I got 25,346,205 views. Only a little bit under 2 million views as opposed to what you've been doing for damn near 20 years and what I've been doing for the past 2. Since we want to talk about why niggas, the reason why I got a situation is because niggas watch my shit and I built my base. I don't have 15 guests. I don't got 5 niggas up there talking with me. I ain't got a bunch of people sharing their opinions. I talk about my standpoint and report on news because that's what I was doing on Everyday Struggle. That's what I was doing when I had connected with Wayno. And I don't have a complex next to me no more. And I don't have an Amazon next to me. And I had to grind from the bottom. And it's a very selected few of people who gave me game on how to do that. But how dare you, Ray Daniels? How dare you, nigga? For a nigga to sit up here and post my video, post a video of my show on his channel and say, yeah, this my brother. I ain't no hater. You know, I'm showing love. Then why didn't you know, if you watch my show so much, why didn't you know that I've been dealing with something personal? You reach out every other time when it's something about Charlamagne. You called me. Last time I spoke to you, you called me to talk about Charlamagne calling you. I don't call you. And that's not to disrespect you, but I don't call you. I speak to you whenever I speak to you. And because you did all of that fake brotherly love, all that cool, my nigga shit, all that shit fake to me. It's fake. And please don't try to run with the, cause niggas, yeah, we know, yeah, you sold 200 million records. Nigga, you manage a writer. You manage a writer. A great writer at that, that's written for everybody and made hit records. That's like Rich Paul saying he fucking won all of the LeBron championships.
Talk about it.
You managed a writer. Cool, great. And then I should have known, though, because you threw a sucker shot before when you said this shit about, yeah, Wayne only signed street niggas. Let me tell you something about that. Every nigga I ever signed from the street, whether they was able to pop or not, I gave them an opportunity for an alternate thing that they had going on in their life. I gave them an opportunity to have an alternate or make an alternate decision to change them and their families' lives. And a lot of niggas have made something off of it, and some niggas ain't never made nothing. That's the name of the game. But you've been saying sucker shit. You've been doing sucker shit. And this, though, this is where you cross the line, nigga. This is where you cross the line. I'm not worried about nobody giving me nothing. You want to know why? Even when I pulled up to your spot, I pulled up over there in a $210,000 S580 Benz that I paid for out of my own pocket. Ain't nobody giving me shit. Don't talk that you got a big house. I got a big house too. We've all been successful in this, right? But you want to know why I have a Black Effect deal and you don't? Because you can't fuck with me, nigga.
Dude.
Straight up, you can't fuck with me. You could run around on all of those pages, all them spiritual worlds, and pay them niggas for a post and all of that to go viral.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You put on site and all that. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I'm assuming the same way you assume. But I don't do none of what I'm doing so that I could go viral. I do what I do because I give a fuck about speaking. See, when Drake throws me on his story and says some little funny shit, that's not.
Yeah, you ain't getting on spiritual word and on site and pages like that off of podcasts for nothing. Especially if you ain't like a name people are consistently checking for. You seeding it to the motherfucker. You sliding a motherfucker a little something. You getting a motherfucker 500 for the post or something like that. It ain't nothing. You know, Ray Daniels, he got bread. I ain't saying he broke. He got the money to pay for it to get the promo and shit out there. You know? So Wayno definitely put one in on that one.
Not, oh my God, what a great opportunity. I addressed this shit one time and I never said nothing about it again. Where you on your 4th interview or your 7th episode talking about Charlamagne giving you donkey of the day last week. See, nigga, you a quarterback. You live in the past.
Oh, and he rapping on your ass.
Bro. I really don't like what you did. I really don't like what you did because you put your words in a way that would make you think that somebody could control me or make me say what I feel, nigga. Every word I say today, I mean. I am not friends with none of y'all music industry niggas. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. I don't want to go to y'all birthday parties.
Let's go.
I don't want to hang out with y'all. I don't want to do double dates.
Yeah.
I don't want to be friends. I don't want none of that. You want to know why? Because y'all niggas is all performative. Because at the slightest chance, at the slightest look, you'll say something and not know what the fuck you said and throw a nigga under the bus. How dare you speak on my business? In 2020, after Everyday Struggle ended, after my father died and I had to bury him, after my aunt passed away in that January of 2021, after my grandmother passed in March of 2021, me being her only grandson, and I was dealing with a bunch of mental shit. I was dealing with a bunch of stuff. And the greatest opportunities was happening for me. I had just become the executive vice president of quality control music. I had moved to Georgia. I bought a house in Georgia. One of the most emotional moments in my life was me signing the paperwork to get my home that I own. And my grandmother wasn't alive to see it. But while all of this was happening, I was still working. See, Charlamagne had reached out to me back then to be on Black Effect and gave me an opportunity to do a show. And I turned it down. And you want to know why I turned it down? Because I told him I just spent the last 3.5 years, almost 4, doing this show on Complex. I didn't even know what I could do. Let me see what I could do on my own. I had just got a deal with Amazon where I had billboards all over Times Square. I had just started a new podcast called Hear Me Out with Wayno with WTF Media, who was showing me love and showing me the ropes at everything I was doing. And I was doing all of that while dealing with the grief of losing close family members. And as time went on, I lost more family members. And I lost one of my best friends, my man Troy. I lost my man Hovain, one of my closest niggas. A person that encouraged me to do what I'm doing today. I lost him.
Rest in peace, whole vein.
I have been on the brink of elimination. Yeah. You know what that means. You ever been there, nigga? You ever felt that? You ever felt that failure? And had to go look in your children's faces and fight it and bounce back from it? You see, when I told you that I was no longer going to do whatever show that you was doing, I decided to double and triple down on what I got going today. I'll do it myself. I had a different set. It was blue. I had all these cameras. My audio was messed up because the person that I first hired to, they thought I was going to pay them all this money that I didn't have. Excuse me, I just belched. I ain't editing none of this shit. I bought all these cameras. I didn't know what to do. On every single episode, out of all them episodes y'all see, I shoot and edit on my own. All of them brand sponsorships, all of them ads, the currents, the freecash.coms. You know what I'm saying? The Jordan Craig ad. All types of shit that I've been able to do. I did that from sitting right here in my fucking house that I paid for with the money I invested. Nigga, how dare you speak on anything I got going business-wise without knowing the context? But you want to know why? Because you want to go viral. That's your thing, nigga. Everything you say is at the behest of what it's going to bring for you and your platform or what you doing. But don't nobody watch that shit, nigga.
Oh.
Yeah, you go viral, but ain't nobody, that shit ain't, no, they ain't niggas ain't watching that.
He
You
ain't
haven't built
lying.
a consistent fan base.
He's not lying. Right? Because you could go on Ray Daniels' show and the same clip that got, let's say, 100,000 views on X or on Instagram, you go and pull up the show, it might have 900 views on YouTube, where it's actually hosted at. So that does kind of tell you people ain't watching the show, but he is an industry insider. He speaks on hot topics. He has controversial takes. He ain't got no problem undercutting a nigga or saying some shit that's out of pocket. So it does work on short form platforms like Twitter, Instagram, or even a TikTok. That's not to say that his show doesn't get views ever, but it is to say that I've seen numerous videos of his that had less than 1,000 views when it dropped. But then when you see the little 2-minute clip or 3-minute clip on social media, it will have you thinking that this is actually going viral. And it's not. It's just posted on a page or his page, partnered with another page or whatever on socials, and it's doing numbers. So he ain't lying about that piece.
Now I'm gonna throw some dirt. Nigga, same way how you said that little sucker shit about because I leak information, how dare you? You know what I did to get into the music industry? I ain't never do nobody dirty. I ain't never steal from none of these niggas. I ain't never put no artists in no crazy shit. Everybody who didn't want to work with me, I let them out they fucking deal immediately. Ask every nigga I've ever had a problem with. Ask them. Ask any artist I've ever worked with. Wayno got them out they deal with no strings attached, nigga. Even after niggas owe me money. And here we have a nigga talking about, I got an opportunity because I leak information. I said it before, I say it again. I'm not your friend. I'm not your brother. And you proved it with what you said. You may not think that what you said was anything serious, or you might think I'm going overboard with it and you didn't mean it like that. But you can't tell it wrong how to be offended, nigga. I come from 119th and Lexington Avenue. I come from 655 East 228th Street between Carpenter and Lowry in the Bronx.
Nigga gonna tell
and
you the
119th
address,
and Lexington
nigga.
in Harlem, 1900 to be exact. Nothing of who I am or what I do was built off of me being a fucking sucker. I can't say that for you, nigga. Not with this media shit. I can't say that for you. Cause the way that you pretend how we cool and that shit that you just said, yeah, I'm gonna take it as far as possible. And it's gonna be the last time you hear from me.
That nigga said, fuck what Ice talking about. I'm going to take it further.
Regarding anything about you. Y'all niggas could keep all that dumbass Rock Nation shit, nigga. I'm still dealing with the grief of losing my mother, nigga.
Respect.
Losing my moms. I was her only son for 10 years until my sister was born. Still dealing with the grief of losing my dad. I was his sixth son out of 8 kids. All different mothers. I didn't grow up with no fucking siblings to fight my battles, nigga. I don't even know 80% of my siblings. I don't even know them. And I don't know you. But don't be speaking on my name. Don't be speaking on my name with no negativity. Don't be speaking on my name with no bullshit. Don't talk about niggas done sent a hit piece on you and niggas is trying to do. I don't give a fuck about none of that, baby. I could care less about y'all niggas industry politics, your personal politics, y'all little gripes that y'all got with one another. Fuck all of y'all. This is how I do it myself. And for the ones that rock with me, you know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually will. And this audio is brought to you by the Black Effect Network.
I know that's motherfucking right. Hell yeah. I like that one. Salute to Wayno. Now, again, I told y'all it's a lot to get through. I'm not finna play the audio on this, but see why Shells put this up. It said a DJ that don't spin last night called Ray Daniels on stream. I didn't even know Ray Daniels and the DJ that don't spin were connected to have each other's line. Interesting. Amid the Wayno situation, and Ray says he wants no beef with Wayno. Remember, they have each other's number. He has Wayno's number. He's called him to be on his show. As Wayno said, they did episodes together before. But instead of calling Wayno, he spoke to Akademiks. Ray admits his comments downplayed Wayno's hard work and reveals he already sent him a private apology. So he didn't call him, but he sent him a text or a message of some sort. He says, I didn't mean to downplay him. I apologize for that. I got love for Wayno. I ain't never seen him act like that before. Ray says he just wishes he had called him privately instead of taking their issue to the internet. Why would he call you privately when you mention him on your public project, on your broadcast? Why would I call you privately when you publicly said why the fuck he got a deal with Charlemagne on the Black Effect? Nah, address that publicly. Because you did it publicly. But that's the same play that nigga tried to pull when he said Charlemagne and Rock Nation and them shouldn't have, well, let me just say Rock Nation, not Charlemagne, right? When he said Rock Nation, they shouldn't have came out and debunked his shit. They should have called him and said, hey man, don't do that. But why the fuck would they be calling you when you say you worked there for 3 years and they didn't even know you? How that work? We don't know you. We didn't even know you was around here. Who is Wayno? I mean, who the fuck is Ray Daniels? You know Ray. He manages Tehran. Oh, really? That's him? Fuck him. Look, man. You can't pull that move with everybody. You can't say, oh, you should just call. If you got a problem, just call me. No, because you're inciting the problems. You out here, you said Wayno trying to leak information, but you out here trying to leak information about a potential Jay-Z album before Jay-Z could even goddamn put the ink on his own goddamn contract to get the album out. If he got an album. He can't even goddamn clear the samples before your ass come out here and try to say it's coming. He can't even do the motherfucking legal to make sure any fucking hook writers and singers and shit get they motherfucking pub. Cause you done came out here and said, oh, it's coming, it's done. And we ain't gonna get it unless he got a corporate partner to release it with. What's the point of going independent if you need a corporate partner? He could have stayed with motherfucking UMG for that. Roc Nation left UMG in 2024 to become completely independent for distribution. So why would he need a corporation to come in and distribute the album with him if he left the distribution system? But Wayno is leaking information, and that's why he got a Black Effect deal. This is, man, I love being in the position that I'm in where I could just say what the fuck I want freely in real time. I don't have to be disrespectful about a nigga to just say what it is and just let that shit be exactly what it is. You know? Because niggas is looking funny out here in the light. Been looking funny. Been making crazy ass, weird ass statements. But then when stuff like this happen and the seat get a little hot under a nigga ass, niggas start acting funny. Unnecessarily. Because you played and dismissed Wayno. Wayno responds to you, and you called a DJ that don't spin and say he could have called me. Well, why the fuck you ain't call him instead of the DJ that don't spin and sending a weak ass private message? Did he bang on your shit when you tried to call? Did he goddamn 360 windmill that bitch? If he did, I'm sure he don't want to talk. And I'm sure he don't give a fuck about your apology neither. Through the DJ that don't spin. Take your ass back to your studio with them other 4 niggas that we still don't know who they are. And do it there. The same place where you said the shit. What the fuck is going on, man? But yeah, man, as y'all can see, we are definitely at a crossroads in this content space, this media space, this hip-hop coverage space. It's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of personalities. It's a lot of shit clashing. I suspect that it's going to be more clashes to come before the the air is cleared. It's going to be more casualties, and I don't mean casualties as in deaths, but just as in like the runway is finna get nasty before it gets clean. Nastier. Because more people in their agendas are going to be exposed, and even certain people you might like or have enjoyed may also come out on the receiving end of looking crazy. Who knows? But there is definitely a lot at hand here. And some people are squirming and trying to get out ahead of some shit to point the finger in one direction, like Rob Markman was saying, the 52 fake out. Oh, it's them, not us. It's a lot of shit, man. And at the end of the day, I'm just glad that I'm me. You know what I'm saying? This fucking t-shirt right here, this is my shit. This hat ain't my shit. You know what I'm saying? Dad gang, although I've worn this shit for a couple years. You know what I mean? I just like it. I represent it because that's exactly what I am. I'm a father first, family over fame. This channel's my shit. Any ads that come through on this motherfucker, they're either approved or denied by me. If I don't fuck with it, it ain't gonna air. I might try some shit. If I don't like it, that bitch come down. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody running nothing over here. So I'm glad to be in that position because I don't owe nobody loyalty but my damn self and the home that I live in. You know what I mean? Because niggas be weird. Niggas be trying to put you in a chicken wing. Nigga co-sign you and think that shit is supposed to like lead to loyalty. Thank you. That's what you get. Thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in. You know what I mean? My viewers co-sign me every day. You happen to be one of them. You did that. Appreciate it. But niggas be thinking that you supposed to be waiting on their ass to come out the building or some shit. Hell nah, nigga. But all that being stated, let me know what y'all think of all of the things that we covered here today. Be sure to like and share this video. This is a long ass video. Y'all know I don't do typically this long a video. Normally, my longest shit is like 25, 30 minutes. We doubled that today. So please make sure that you like and share it so that the views come in and we can have these conversations about what's going on in a constructive way. You know what I'm saying? Without necessarily picking sides, just taking the talking points and looking at them for what they are. All right? I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic and the drama be piling on. Father and greats unacknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5-6 bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy calls, consulting for the stacks I built. I had to evolve.